Hello, finally. Good grief.
Yeah, greetings everyone. This is the first episode of 5 Star Wrestling Fans Podcast. And we have been having trouble trying to get a platform to work. So finally got a link to work. I'm John, the Corporal Punisher, and this is my co-host, Luna. Yeah, so, and everybody that's in any of the Facebook wrestling groups, they all know who Luna is. So she goes with Luna Tiff, Rock Queen. So we got we're going to be going over this weekend's a lot of matches. Friday night Smackdown. We're going to be previewing that. We are also going to preview WWE Backlash. But first of all, I'm going to allow Lunatic to give a background of herself, you know, how she became a wrestling fan when she started, any Facebook wrestling groups you're in, stuff like that. So, or is yours.
Hi, I'm Luna. Most of you guys know me as the pretty much the twisted evil character of every group. Basically, I have never changed my character. I'm 35 years old. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a child. I grew up on it because of my family. They are wrestling fans. Some of them not anymore, but they used to be wrestling fans, and I'm like one of the last 3 left who actually watch it. And I was kind of born into it. My uncle, my mom's brother, he's the mega wrestling fan, and I was WWE only until I was 11, and then I started to explore independent wrestling as well. And I know lots of wrestlers. I like wrestling history. I like watching YouTube videos. I like listening to podcasts of wrestling, listening to interviews, everything under the sun wrestling related. I'm always there for it. And that's why I know a lot of things that, I just, because I looked this stuff up. I love the knowledge. That's all. That's all. I guess my favorite wrestler of all time is Triple H. I've been a diehard Triple H fan since I was a little girl.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And William Regal. My current favorite wrestler, it's kind of hard. I guess Tony and Will Cruz, and that's about it. Danhausen. It's kind of hard to say who my favorite is because there's so many good ones out right now. But that's about it. That's all.
Yeah, so you almost sound like a female version of me because a lot of stuff you said, it's, I enjoy too. I enjoy listening to podcasts, watching, getting wrestling knowledge and stuff like that. So when I first started wrestling, my uncle came over to the house, and it was during his lunch hour, and so mom had fixed him some cheeseburgers and fries, and he asked mom if he could turn on wrestling. So at the time it was Memphis Wrestling on Saturday afternoon at 12 o'clock. And so That's when Jerry Lawler, guys like Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Dutch Mantel, Joe LeDuc, everybody that was anybody, they appeared in Memphis wrestling at one point or another. So that's when I became hooked. And I've watched ever since. And so later on, you had Georgia Championship Wrestling when it came on WTBS, then WTBS. Uh, so that's when I got introduced to people like Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, Junkyard Dog, and you had the Road Warriors come along. Oh my God, my all-time favorite tag team, the Road Warriors, the best ever. My first favorite wrestler is Jerry the King Lawler because he's the first wrestler I saw, so he just became my favorite. The Hart family, but Jimmy Hart at the time, they were feuding with Jerry Lawler and they were just beating the holy crap out of him. And keep in mind, I was a child and I was like, why are they beating up on this guy, And so, of course, more grew, more kept watching, more understood, how wrestling worked. And so about 14 years ago, I had an idea. I started professional wrestling and MMA on Facebook. And it just started out with maybe 20 group members or less. So now we're up to about 2,500, 2,600, something like that. So, and we do some, a lot of fantasy wrestling. Of course, Luna, she's in my group, and as well as other groups. I'm also an administrator in Olive Elite Predictions League. We do fantasy wrestling there, women of wrestling and MMA. So Tim Tobin's group and Drew Coleman's group, that's All Elite Predictions League. Women of wrestling and the MMA first started by LaShonda Mitchell, and she kind of got out of it, took it over. And so there was another group around 50 or 60 people, and it's now up to about pretty close to 2,000. So I've done a lot of work there. Also, shout out to Byron Hinton if you're watching at some point. FTW, I'm a member of his group as well as Luna. So,
I started off chatting with fans online through message boards whenever I was a kid, around like 11. And luckily, I stayed safe. Mostly people were actually talking about wrestling. So, like, you hear those creepy stories about chat groups and stuff like that through AOL, but I did not fall victim to that. People were actually out there wanting to talk professional wrestling, and that's how I got introduced to independence. Ring of Honor was actually the first non-WWE wrestling company I ever watched. And a lot of other randoms that I found. My first favorite independent wrestler is called Reckless Youth. He is now retired. Retired back in like 2007. I can't think of that off the top of my head, but he's great. If you've never seen him, it's worth the go watch and dig through his stuff. He has a really great match that is over 20 years ago against Brian Danielson. Yeah, he's fantastic. And then I went to forums, and then I stayed on forums for years until I joined Facebook groups in 2017. Yeah, 2017. And I met Jay Pagalero. Everybody knows him. Yeah. You'll see me and him play fight, proving each other back and forth. But he's my dude. He's awesome. I've been a pain in his ass for 10 years almost. If anybody sees this and realizes that my hair needs dyed, yes, I'm well aware. So any further comments, seek it in my finger. Okay,
No,
now
you
that
look
I got
great.
that out of the way.
You look
Um,
great. You look great. So
yeah, well, I
great.
need my hair dyed really bad on top of my head, and I see this wild blonde streak where my hair dye has faded. Yes, I know I need to dye my hair. My roots are showing pretty badly. I know this. Okay.
No, you look amazing. So don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. It's so 10 o'clock, and we have a full hour, um, or at least the next 45 minutes to talk about matches and stuff like that. So let's go on match one on SmackDown, I guess, or are we just doing Backlash?
We'll do both. And before I proceed, just a shout out to Kelly Martin and her group. I'm an administrator there. Professional wrestling fans United Families. So get that out of the way. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
on SmackDown we've got another Tiffany. We got Tiffany Stratton, so we got Tiffy time there. Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. Um, this will be for the United States Women's Championship. Um, for me, I'm going with Tiffy time. What
Oh
about you?
yeah. Oh yeah, Tiffany, and I think that it's about time to split. Julia from Kiana, can we please turn this girl babyface? Please, I'm begging you. I love Julia. Julia was is one of my favorite Joshis. I knew her before WWE, and this spot just isn't it. Fits this. Let her cost Kiana. Let her get interfere and let them turn on each other in the next, week or so, or even tomorrow night, please. But yeah,
Well,
Tiffany is definitely winning.
when Julia started, she was a face, and I thought she was much better then.
Mhm.
And it seems like ever since WWE made the decision to turn her heel, then
It's not
it
working
seemed like
out.
it's a
No,
downhill. So yeah,
it's not working out.
so they need to switch things up. And but the latest rumor mill is that the first feud that um my mind is blank. God, um,
Yeah,
Blake Monroe. Blake
yeah.
Monroe. That's what I'm trying to think of. First feud that she's going to have will be with Tiffany Stratton, probably for the U.S. Women's Championship.
But
So, since that's the rumored first feud, it's I think it's safe to assume that Tiffany Stratton's going to be winning this match on SmackDown.
well, I don't really agree with that because, like, she's gonna lose and Tiffany's just gonna drop the title. I mean, she just got it. Like, they should, like, give her someone else not as big to just come in there and, like, lose. I don't know. I don't know if they'll just
Yeah.
shirt the title from Tiffany already and give it to Blake. I mean, she just came in. I think she
Yeah.
should build up another story with someone else to build momentum and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess the reason that WWE is considering making that her first feud is because there's always a lot of comparisons between Tiffany Stratton and Blake Monroe. So, and I think it's more or less a dream match, making a dream match happen, making it reality. So, whether they go with that starting off or not, it hasn't been decided for sure. It's just kind of like an online rumor for now. But from what I was reading, it's likely that Blake Monroe will debut on SmackDown toward the end of the month.
Yeah,
So up until then, we'll probably see, a lot of big nets and stuff like that, So we'll see how that goes. But next, we've got a tag match, and I hope I don't set off my device when I say this name. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley versus Fatal Influence. So whenever I say the word, my device starts talking, so I got to be careful.
Oh, I get
So,
you. I get it. I get it. I
yeah,
think Team Alexa is gonna win against Fatal Influence. Here
yeah.
because JC won last week, and now I think maybe they will, tit for tat kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement. I would. It would be hard for me to imagine Charlotte, Alexa, and Rhea losing this match.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, we saw a great debut from Fatal Influence. But I'm like you. I would have to pick the trio of Alexa, Charlotte, and Rhea.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe they'll get a rematch and Fatal Influence to come back and beat them, or down the road, down the line, I guess.
right. Um, Now for Backlash, we'll kind of go on into that. We got Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. So of course we know the story behind that, where Seth got attacked by him and put on the shelf for several months, and now he's made his way back, and now we got a few to settle here. So, who do you got?
I have no earthly idea. This one's hard, Seth. I guess. I don't know. I'm
I, I, I
very
I'm
uncertain.
torn. I'm torn on this one simply because I'm wanting to say Seth Rollins because this will be his revenge if he wins. But if WWE is going toward the youth movement of,
Yeah,
of course, what we keep hearing, we've heard it, 2 weeks now, they're going to a youth movement. Um, if they do that, then Braun Breaker wins. So
maybe
I'm a
so.
little under shell.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm on the fence on this one. I have not
Yeah, I'm on the
decided for
fence
sure.
too.
I could see it going both ways, but
Yeah,
I can also see a lot of shenanigans going on in this match. You're going to have the Vision come out there along with Paul Heyman, and they'll probably attack Seth and beat the holy crap out of him, at some
yeah.
point. But uh, unless they decide to have just a match not interfered with. So,
Right.
uh, I don't know. And I may go with Braun Breaker on this one
Yeah.
because I'm thinking if Braun wins somewhere down the road, there's going to be a payoff for Seth Rollins. Maybe at a bigger pay per view than
Right.
Backlash.
Right.
So I may have to go with Braun on this one
Okay.
with outside interference from the Vision.
All right. Next match.
Okay, we've got, okay, this is a good one. Io Sky versus Asuka.
I have EO.
Yeah, I do too. And
I straight up have EO. Kyrie. I believe the rumor that Kyrie is coming back at least for this night to
yes,
finish the story. I hope that is true. I feel that is true. Maybe they sign her back. You never can tell. Never say never. It's wrestling.
Right. That's true. Kyrie. But yeah, I could see. You got me laughing now. I could see Kyrie coming back. I think she will definitely debut, and not debut. I what my mind. It's late, people. But
Return.
yeah, see her return, and I could see her finishing out this storyline.
Yeah.
And I
If
could see Kyrie finally standing up to Oscar.
oh yeah. Hmm.
Do you think this is going to be a one-off and then Kyrie's gone, or do
I
you
don't.
think they will bring her back and keep her like they did with our Truth a year ago?
I don't know. Anything's possible. Maybe it could be. Maybe this is a one-off. If it is, then that's okay. At least they're finishing the story. But I would love to have her back. Like it's just such a bummer. Like
It it's just kind of hard to imagine because she's such a great talent, and I can't imagine why WWE is letting her go. It just I don't know. I know they're trying to make room for up and comers from NXT and things like that, and keep
yeah.
fresh talent. But
Oh yeah.
okay, but I think we're both in agreement on this one. EO, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one for the World Championship. We got Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
Roman.
Yeah, I earlier in the week I would have picked Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And on Byron's form for FTW, I did pick Jacob Fatu, so I probably lost that one. But I'm changing my mind. I'm going with Roman Reigns simply because they're saying that Roman has a full schedule in the month of June in WWE.
Yeah, before they were saying that he was taking off or whatever, and I was like,
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, it was dropped in the chats that I guess he's on June shows now. I gotta go look and
Hmm.
see what it said, but nah, I knew that he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, and plus he said recently that he was, we're going to have to we'll be seeing him a lot, this summer. So he's
Yeah.
he's not.
He's full time.
Hmm.
Listen, people. Um, I don't really like the digs toward Roman because he's part time. Because I know what he goes through, and he has like many children, and he's a dad too. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that he's around more often. But like, just not a fan of the digs toward him being part time. To be honest.
Does Zilla Fatu show up during this match?
You know what? I don't know. He retained this week. He
Hmm.
retained his title against Lance, but
Yep.
does he turn it in? Like, for? Does he give it up? Does he drop it and say, "I'm going to WWE"? Or um, this hasn't been in the news, but of course we could be surprised.
Hmm.
That'd be super awesome. Zilla's awesome. I've seen some of his stuff. Um, but yeah, uh, you know, maybe,
Yes. Yeah. So for
maybe,
those watching that doesn't know who Zilla Fatu is, he is the current Crown Jewel champion in House of Glory. So if for those that has Triller Plus, you can go back and watch a lot of those shows. And like you were just mentioning, he had a banger match against Lance Noai, his cousin, last weekend. So it,
um, he's the son of Humaga.
mhm. Yes.
Yeah, he is Humaga's son for real. That's his real son. And I forget who Lance is related to. Like the
I
son
did
of.
too.
But Lance was down in the performance center and he was let go and he was just not WWE ready. I mean,
Hmm.
to them in their eyes. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully one day he can come back and try it again, you know. Hopefully
Yeah.
hopefully they both come and like they both get signed and maybe Lance is there in WWE's eyes now. Uh, you know, maybe he could still come back.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. We see companies like WWE or AEW bring in people, and then they have no creative plans for them, and
Well, it isn't creative plans. I don't think here in Lance's case, it was the fact that he just wasn't catching on the way WWE like. I don't think he's all that good of a professional wrestler to them. And he just wasn't there on WWE level
right,
um be um to be on NXT. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess he kind of lacks stuff in their eyes, and he's not catching on
who,
to
who do we
wrestling
see?
like he's been around in the Indies for a long time, and you would think that he could go to WWE, but I guess not. I guess they just saw that they just didn't see nothing in him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those head scratchers. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, like I read in the news that releases from NXT aren't um the usual bullshit that they try to say, whatever. I don't even know. I don't believe it. But apparently whenever it comes to NXT, they get evaluated, and if they are not there at a certain level that they expect them, then I guess they hit the road. Uh, um, it's unfortunate, but it
mhm,
happens, I guess.
right
um,
during this match, it's another match I expect a lot of shenanigans, a lot of tomfoolery. We're probably going to see Jimmy and Jay Uso in this match segment, and
yeah.
also probably Solo Sokoa and his group, his
Mhm.
group of cousins. So, um, do you think that who do you think will benefit from the outside interference the most, Roman or Jacob?
Roman. I really don't know. Next match.
Okay, so we got let's talk about Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn for the U.S. Championship.
Trick.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think this.
Trick
Yeah,
will retain.
yeah, I think this is a no-brainer. And of course, tomorrow night on SmackDown, we're going to have the funeral of the gingerbread man.
That stuff was so funny.
Did you
That
ever
was
think we'd be
hilarious.
talking about a funeral for a gingerbread man on a wrestling show? Okay, Luna, we lost you. Okay, there you go. You're back.
Oh, I muted real quick. I turned it off real quick to do something.
Okay, okay. But um I expect this to be it's got to be a comedy segment on SmackDown for this. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to build this match up for Backlash, but It's going to be comedic.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be funny. Hang on one moment. I'm trying to get situated here. It's getting kind of uncomfortable the way I'm sitting. Okay. Um.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to adjust my seat.
Okay.
My
No problem.
cushion, it was just falling in the floor, like slipping off. Um.
Well, now we're going to talk about your favorite, Danhausen. Danhausen and Mystery Partner versus Miz and Kit Wilson.
Um. I hope it's not Jelly Roll. I don't mind Jelly Roll on TV as long as it's his own feud. If he starts his own feud, then it's cool. Like I enjoyed personally him and Kit Wilson, and if he comes back down the line, I hope he just starts a feud with someone as, and also that could also go for Pat McAfee. Um,
I can't
I
see
like
Pat McAfee being in this match.
I'm not saying this match. I'm just saying that if he ever comes back, he could start his own
Mhm.
feud. Um,
Right. I'm hearing CM Punk is a possibility, and also Obafemi. And
Obafemi would be funny.
yeah, that would turn into a squash match real quick. This if Obafemi's in this match, you're probably looking at maybe a 2 minute or less match.
I hope that it's not a 2 minute or less match. It'd be funny if it was Obafemi though. CM Punk would be nice. And I seen people guess his former partner from Pretty Deadly. Unfortunately, I don't think Elton Prince would be it because he just had surgery at the beginning of the year. I think he
Right.
hasn't. It hasn't been too long since he had surgery, and unfortunately, his old tag team partner from Pretty Deadly may not wrestle ever again. I think he's permanently out.
Mm,
Unfortunately, he had
that's
a neck
sad.
injury, and then he had surgery, and people were like, "Why haven't they broken up the Street Profits, but they get let Kit Wilson go single?" And it's just like, have you not been paying attention to the news? Like, come on, he's injured, he's out. Um, Very unfortunate that he might be finished. His career is done because that neck injury might have taken him out permanently. So he's not a choice. But yeah, I would like to see Javon Evans in this position. To be honest with you, um,
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that would be a very interesting choice if they had Javon in this match.
yeah,
I honestly didn't even think about Javon Evans, but it would make sense.
yeah, um, yeah, and I have Danhausen and mystery partner.
Yeah, that's what I'm picking too. Yeah, because this is going to be one of those feel good matches, for the fans. The
Yeah,
fans are going to be
definitely.
100% behind Danhausen and whoever his partner is. And so, do you think this will be the reveal will be tomorrow night on SmackDown, or do you think the reveal will be at Backlash itself?
You know what? I probably would say on SmackDown to build it up or whatever, maybe, but it'd be cool
Mhm.
if it was on Backlash itself.
Yeah,
To see who that is.
yeah. So, another fight or a match unrelated to WWE this weekend that I want to talk about. So don't kill me. Going to be on Netflix. Your favorite, Ronda Rousey.
Thumbs all the way down.
Ronda
No.
Rousey versus Gina Carano.
Yeah, I really have no interest in this, and I won't be watching. But I'm probably sure that Ronda's gonna take the win here.
Yeah, I just had to throw that out there because I know you're not the biggest Ronda Rousey fan in the world. But I just want to get your take on it and see what you think.
Yeah. Um, I have no interest in this, and Gina. I really don't know her all that much. Whenever I became a fan of MMA just 5 years ago, I watched some of her stuff. She's good. I don't really know much about her.
I've seen her in some
Except for
action
that,
films. It's pretty good. Some low
I've
budget
only
action
been
films.
a MMA fan for about 5 or 6 years now. Um, that's about it.
Okay, so do you have any final thoughts on this weekend's events, Smackdown or Backlash?
Backlash should be really good. I'm looking forward to it. Especially Jacob and Roman. I think that match is going to be match of the night. Of course. I
Mhm.
think they're going to tear the house down. Um, Other than that, not really. I'm looking forward to seeing who the tag partner is for Danhausen, of course, and I think that Backlash is shaped up to be a really good show. I think we're gonna like it. I hope. I hope we're all entertained and have a good time watching it. I assume that it will be pretty good.
Okay. Well, for all the people listening or watching, I'm going to put this on a lot of social media, Facebook, YouTube. So give us a lot of likes, give us a thumbs up if you like our show. We plan on doing more. Um, Going over future shows, future pay per views, premium live events, WWE, AEW, TNA, NXT. So we'll keep everybody informed. And so hope you enjoyed our episode. Uh, Luna, awesome. Awesome job. Any last thoughts?
No, that's all I have. It's been a nice first show. Hopefully we do this weeknights late at night, preferably after wrestling, but if we could squeeze in before wrestling then that'd be cool too. But yeah, I think this would be a really good podcast.
All right. Well, great job. And
You too.
until next time, peace out.